It really does feel like we shifting, don't it? Like it just feels like it more and more and more. The way that I consider it is like I feel like I'm more slow, I feel like I'm more so in a dreamlike state all the time because of how magical my life is becoming recently. This is what happens when you hold a vibration and you stay there. You know, it's like I'm out here in the sun. You know, I'm a 20-something-year-old that should be out here partying, drinking. What's the next move? Blah, 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 blah. And I spend my free time putting my feet in the ground, getting some sunlight. Don't get me wrong, I'm making some business moves, you know, and I gotta like get on the computer, the internet, you know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, it's like I'm having fun with what I'm doing because everything comes to me so effortlessly. And if we're truly moving to the fifth dimension, well, the fourth dimension is what some people were considering the dream world, where you can project your visualizations at, and that's where they're at. So what happens when we're moving to something that's even past that, or at least our understanding of that? Who knows? Some people can explain it differently, blah, 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 blah. They say, well, let's not split hairs here. Nevertheless, it's like I'm in the place where I start thinking things, and my numerology, my numbers start popping up. I feel like a lot of y'all have been seeing a lot more synchronicities, haven't y'all? You know, for me, like I looked at the clock so many different times a day, 11:11, like 12:21. You know, like my clock yesterday was like 22:22 because I usually have the 24-hour calendar, you know, or 24-hour clocks, you know, because there's 24 hours in a quote day. So that makes more sense to me. It's not military time; it's 24-hour time. You know, I look at the clock all the time. I start having an idea. I see 333, 444. I'm driving, minding my own business. I see 888 on the license plate. You know, every time I'm thinking about something, every time I'm standing in this high vibratory space, synchronicity, synchronicity, synchronicity. And the last time synchronicities were happening this much, big manifestations, plural, started to come into my life. So I know greatness is coming. You know, and while people are living in the state of panic and fear and lack and supply chain issues, everything I need is right here. It just boom. If I walk into a store, oh man, we haven't had this. We just luckily got it in a shipment today. Well, cool. When I needed it, it was here. I was never aware of any lack of this product. I walk in, wow, here we go. Bada bing, bada boom. You know, when I buy things, you know, I buy things that like my old money ways where it's like, no, you must save and you must hold on to your money and save it. Well, if you have a savings account right now that's giving you 2% per year, you're losing money due to inflation. You're better off investing your money somewhere else. That's just it's like people on YouTube have said, I'm not a financial advisor. Please don't take, it's like, please do your own research. That's really stupid that people have to say that. But anyway, you know, it's like, do what you do. But that's just the way that my life is because of this merge. You know, we're going into a mental dimension, a mental place. Some people can like use the right words, the right dimensional, the stage, the age of Aquarius and all that type of stuff. Cool. I'm just explaining it how I see it. Me just sitting here in the park using my own brain, not using the words that people taught me, unless I wholeheartedly agree with them. You know, it's like I can feel my world becoming more and more magical. And it's this magic that I want to make sure, like, I don't know if this is a limited time offer. I don't know if this is like what like the new world is. I don't know if there's going to be a dramatic shift between 3D to 5D. You know, like, because for example, and I'm not sure if I've articulated this before in the video, but it's like for me, I think that the shift, I think of course there's going to be a few like crazy events that happen in the world. But then, like, I think there's going to be a shift where the consciousness is going to shift, where everyone's world is still going to look the same. But if you're not at a certain mark, at a certain cutoff period, it's like it depends on which trajectory you go. Do you go into the 5D world or do you go to the 3D world? You know, 5D, everything comes to you. All of your life looks different. Some of you still might have jobs that you feel the need to free yourself from. But when you do it, when you set that intention to free yourself from it, I feel like it comes a little bit easier than it would back in the old ways when there was that manifestation time delay. You know, I feel like it comes, I really don't want to work anymore. I'm going to make even a 1 month plan if time still exists in this world. You know, so I'm going to make a 1 month plan to get up out of this job. And then you're going to like break up out of it a lot easier. Because there's still going to be people that even in this 5D, they're still trained to want a job. So there'll still be a job. And I do believe companies can be good if they start serving the people that work for them instead of their clients. Now, I know that's they say that goes hand in hand, but that's why innovation is necessary. It should not be because your clients make a whole new decision. This is a quick little pivot, but it's like, it shouldn't be because your clients make decisions about certain things that have to do with things that you have to start looking at your own people of saying who's going to make the cut. These are the people that signed up for you. You came on as this company that says we're a family, you know, and I'm saying this for everyone. People like, they say like, we're the Walmart family. I've heard the Target family. We're the blah, blah, blah family. You don't pay your family members. Stop it. But nevertheless, you shouldn't look at your own people as numbers when things aren't looking good, but we're going to leave it there. You know, it's like, but some people are going to still want a job because they want to be a part of something. They want to build something. And they want to be a part of it. They want to play that role. Every team needs a role player. So maybe these companies can start doing good instead of stop trying to make money and do more good for the world. And that'll change the economy as it is, just like that. But in my world, in my 5D, there still is rich and poor. There still are strong and weak. Your vibration, your intention is still good, but you're not stepping up to that power, and you don't deserve to be punished for that. You know, but I don't think you learn anything if you just snap out of it. That's weird to me too, though. That's weird to me too. If you just like get out of jail free card, you don't get the pleasure of building and climbing through those trenches to get to the top. If you could snap out of it and train yourself to snap out of it, cool. You deserve that. You did that. But I mean, if you're just like sitting here wallowing and you just boom and you just get it like, oh, I've been sad. Like, yes, I'm happy you're now, you know, aware, but like there's so much power and strength that comes that will like fuel the words that you say after that when you talk about the climb that you had to make. People will connect with it and feel it. So I think that still exists in that world, you know? But some people think it's more of like a universal thing where everything's just going to be sunshine and rainbows and rebuilding and kumbaya. That'd be nice too. We're all flying around with superpowers. What they're trying to do in the metaverse, that's the 3D version of what we're going to be doing in real life, reality. You know? So that's why, like, for me, it's like, I'm not down with that metaverse crap. It's like, I might make some investments. I might make some crypto investments in it, you know, get some digital real estate when everything starts popping off. But you ain't going to catch me putting a freaking lens over my eye so they can beam a whole bunch of information into my head. No, thank you. You know? And I think that's why they're trying to like lock people down into that. That's why I think they're trying to like crash the economy. Some people are saying like, you know, it's like, you know, the forces that are like, you know, the higher forces are, you know, bringing down the economy and all that type of stuff and crashing their systems. Like, you know, if you listen to Remedy H. But then there's like some things that I've been on this for so long, like when I'm just been studying the financial system itself. Are they one in hand? Like, do they go hand in hand? Are they independent from one another? I don't know. But I'm prepared for both sides. I'm prepared for society to collapse, and I got to go live off the land for a little bit. If I have to live off the land, I'm probably just going to post up right out here and just like absorb the sun all day, because that's all I'll need to do. I'll be fed off of the sun. I've already trained myself for this. But I'm also ready for this magical world where everything I create in my mind manifests damn near instantly. You know, and it's like, if I can manifest that, what else can I manifest? What else? What else? What else? And that just keeps me progressing up the journey a little bit faster than other people. I know there's people that are lapping me, and I will learn from them just as easily. You know, there's no ego in the rise. You know, let's all take our little speed boost up to the 5th dimension. Let's figure out what's at the 6th. Let's figure out what's at the 7th. Let's figure out how to talk with the 9th dimensionals, the 12th dimensionals, the 257th dimensionals. It doesn't go that high. How do you know? My world is infinite, so there are 257 dimensions. Why not? There's probably more than that. But y'all get what I'm saying. I'm just having fun just thinking about stuff. Because it's just been so nice to know, to be aware, to be conscious of all the changes that have been going on in this world. People think it's coincidental that all these CEOs are resigning because they're being locked up. There's some truth to like people like what Rashad Jamal are saying. You know, the ISIS wisdoms out there and other people out there. I don't watch many people, so I wish I could shout more people out. But nevertheless, it's like, you know, there's some truth to it. Okay, secrets are being exposed. Now all these CEOs and all these high-ranking officials and how all these powerful people are starting to resign, quit, resign, disappear. Some people keep saying, oh, that's just coincidence. Oh, that's because their companies are going under, because people are struggling. They're trying to get ahead of it. Maybe. There could be some financial things that they're preparing for. There could be some universal things that they're preparing for. There might be lizard people. There might not. I can't agree to something before I can completely understand it. You know, I've been trying to do better. I have a few slip-ups with saying the word understand, but it's like I've been doing a better job saying understand it. When sometimes you just understand something. Like, don't be gullible, but just like, you be like, no, that there's some truth to that. I can't 100% agree with that just yet, but I know you are at least on the right track, so I'll continue to listen to what you're saying. You know, quick pivot, and this might be its own video, but like, you know, when people, they prophetize people, aka what I mean by prophetize, hey little B, it's like when people prophetize, what I mean is like prophesize, I don't know, like they'll be like, oh, you should only be listening to me if people are saying this and that, blah blah. It's like, why? We are all on this journey and we are all just pontificating. That's one of my favorite words I got from my friend Russian. Shout out to Russian. So we're all just pontificating. Some people keep saying that they know everything, but then they say in such and such time, and then nothing really particularly special happens, you know? So that's what I always say. Okay, I do trust you. If it happens, then I'll know exactly what's happening. But I cannot just blindly say I agree with that, because I still have my own journey and I still have my own path to take. Even if I arrive to the conclusion a little bit slower than you, at least I got there on my own, you know? So where some people think I'm like running miles ahead of some, I am. For some people, I am miles ahead of you. But just as easy as I'm miles ahead of you, I'm miles behind somebody else. And we all should be teaching what we know. That thing that we're really good at, we need to explore and dig deep, because there's so many lessons in that. There's a reason why our souls are attracted to that. We're supposed to share that. We're supposed to share what we know. So while we're all climbing and while we're all broadening our horizons and opening up our minds to new information, we can all take it in and stop making the same mistakes of 3D. Where we say, oh, that doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't fit in my paradigm. Therefore, it's no longer real. It doesn't exist. It can't be real. I haven't seen that proven. You know, we still do that in the spiritual community. Where it's like, oh, I haven't seen so-and-so, so he must be lying. Oh, they told a story where they experienced this. Even though it was a one-off, they made that up. It's like, do you even know? Just take what you got from it and keep it moving. Come to your own conclusions, as you should. Don't get me wrong. Don't even agree with me with what I'm saying. You know, it's like, come to your own conclusions and live your own life. Oh, what you got to say today? That's interesting. Damn, I never thought about that. What you got to say? Damn, I don't like that one. That don't make too much sense to me, but, you know, I appreciate your time. I'm kind of halfway with this one. I see where you're going with, but I disagree with you here. But I did like what you said about that. You know, a lot more people, my nose is starting to itch. A lot of people really need to start to pay attention to that. Be more open-minded to learning, because the more different avenues that you learn in, the more that you can apply it to your life to make it even better. I don't know if one day we're going to wake up in magic land, or if we have to like still work our way there, even if the portals are open. But nevertheless, I'm prepared for everything, and I'm having fun with this ride, and I'm just keep on spreading positivity and giving people a chuckle, giving people a thought, you know, until we figure out what happens. To the next one.